Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Shaun Show. It's the Shaun Show. It's the greatest show. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's had a good week. Because it's fucking Friday. Oh. 2 more days of being a full-time jobber. And then we do something different. Okay, let's get to it. I am starting late. I did get sidetracked. Very heavily with a little bit of music. Sorry, I'm a free soul. Let's get to it. Okay, hit up the agenda. You know the agenda. Guess what is first on the agenda is the goddamn plug. And the show changes. Scream it to the heavens. Okay, so Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, The Shaun Show is live on YouTube. We'll figure out more platforms in the future. Maybe. I doubt it. Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays. It is NFL season. This is primarily an NFL show. Unfortunately, there's so many other things I want to talk about. So many other things I want to do. But football is a finite resource that we only get for an odd 21 weeks in the year. So we must cherish it. Mondays, we review Sunday football games. I am in Australia. I'm a day ahead. Stop rattling. So on Mondays, the Sunday games would have been played during the day. And we'll do a review. We'll go over our bets. We'll see what happened. I'll try to not just read stats. I'll try to talk about some shit. I should hopefully, now that I won't be a full-time jobber, actually be able to watch the games because they do run at 3 a.m. in my time zone. And it's rough when you have to work and want to do a show at night. So yeah, I'll get to watch the game soon, more consistently. On Tuesdays, the Monday night football game should have been played, so we will review that. I did used to like to do a breakdown of video. Please go watch a previous episode. And I talk about some plays, how they worked. Can't do that anymore without taking endless screenshots. My show did get copyright struck because I was watching some NFL videos on YouTube. So we can't do that anymore. Can't do that anymore. Which sucks because today we're talking about how to tear an ACL. On Fridays, Thursday night football should have been played, so we review that. If I didn't say on Monday we go over our bets, we go over our bets. We do 2 bets on the Saturday where we do our picks for Sunday football. We do our bets for Sunday football. We do 2 bets. We do a parlay of 9 legs, which is usually handicaps, team winning, money line, or the overs-unders on total points. Then we do a $1 million bet. We're trying to become a millionaire over here, and we want you to become a millionaire over here as well. We want good things for everybody. This is a bet that is roughly like 12, 13 legs or something, and it is 100,000 to 1 odd bet. And we chuck $10 on there, and we throw all of our greatest intentions out into the universe and hope that when we wake up in the morning, we see a bunch of green. Hasn't happened yet, but soon, guys. This season, actually. Let's figure that out. And that's the agenda. The show changes. Like I said before, I am no longer going to be a full-time jobber. 2 more work days. And then I'll be working in the evening, so the show will become an earlier show. So in Australia, it will become middle of the day. And then for the US, it will be after the football. So generally, probably pretty late at night. I've got a budgie looking at me right now. Let's get moving. First thing we're doing is Stefon Diggs' ACL. Yes, Stefon Diggs did tear his ACL on the weekend. It was a rough. So you never like to see it happen. But we're going to have to look at it happen. Unfortunate. Now, I'm trying to remember what I put these images as because I didn't actually change the titles in my streaming software. So, Let's hope for the best. I know I did this. How to tear an ACL. First up, let's look at Stefan Diggs. He injured his ACL. When I heard that he injured his ACL, I was like, okay, I think I know what he's done already, because that's how they all do it. And then I looked up the video and I saw it and I said, yep, that is how you do it. So this is a shot by shot. I can't give you the video because we'll get copyright struck. I don't know the full whatevers. I think he caught the ball and he started making a move. There's a man in front of him. As you see, that is not his arm, and that is not his arm or helmet. He's planted this foot. He's moving in this direction. He makes one critical error when he plants this back foot. He points his foot out this way. He's planting his foot down. You can't see it great. I did a bad job of cutting it. And then he's planted this foot. Now, please notice that this foot is aimed towards his outside. It's aiming away from his body. It is aiming away in which he is making a cut. He's trying to cut towards the middle of the field. I assume that's the middle of the field. He's trying to cut inside to beat this man who is trying to move outside. Now, forget this hand. Forget this hand. The injury has already happened by the time this hand is here. This is generally a non-contact injury, and this is generally because the foot is placed aiming outwards and the momentum has shifted to go this way. If you want to make a cut, please, athletes, aim the foot towards the direction you want to cut. I don't have any images of that, but it makes a bit of sense. Let's say you're doing a 3-step slant. You step, and then your third step, your outside foot, you plant it. You can stem out with it, but you plant it and you have it faced in the direction that you're cutting. Generally, if you're a slant, you're cutting inside. The force that you are placing on the ground that is being reverted back up to you as you press runs right up the outside of your leg, up the outside of your knee, into your hips and thighs, and you drive. Right? It's a shift of momentum. It is very powerful. It will make your cuts feel much quicker. Please do it. You do it this way, you'll tear an ACL. Let's look at the second example. Can't remember the year. Julian Edelman. Similar situation. Catches the ball, trying to be an athlete, making a football move. This is the leg that he does the ACL on. I'm not sure if you can actually see my... Oh, you can't even see my cursor. That's upsetting. That's real upsetting. Now I'm upset. So anyway, his right leg, which is the one on the left, he is running towards, let's just continue to say, the outside. Now there is a man who is going to tackle him. You can see him in the last frame. He is moving towards the direction that Edelman is running. Edelman wants to make a cut to the inside so that he blows past this guy. In the second frame, his foot is coming down. In the third frame, he is planting his foot. He is stemming very fucking hard there. On the fourth frame, you can see that his foot has been planted and it is aimed towards the direction he is currently moving, but not the direction that he wants to actually go. Again, the foot is aimed towards the outside, yet he is trying to cut towards the inside. And then in the final frame, you see he has placed his other foot down, lifted his leg that he's just torn the ACL on, and you see his very in pain face. He is obviously realized that something has just happened. But yes, again, the foot is planted and aimed towards the outside, and he has decided to move towards the inside. Now, my theory on this is that the force, like I mentioned before, when you aim your foot in the direction you want to cut to, runs up the outside of your leg. In this case, the force goes from your big toe. I feel it goes from your big toe straight up to the inside of your knee, and it has nowhere else to go, right? Your momentum is moving in the direction that your foot is planted. So your force of your torso is coming down your hips and thighs, and it all meets at the knee. That force coming up through the inside, and that force coming down from the torso meets at the knee, and it is too much for the ACL. That is my theory on how this works. Now, finally, I've got a video. This is my third example that I can show you. Let me get this off. And let me get the page up. Here we go. And we need to get rid of this. Oh my god, I'm messing everything up. I'm messing it all up. Alright, here we go. So we have Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson tore his ACL in a game. We'll watch it in real time, and then we'll watch it in slow-mo. Let me just make sure it is in normal. It is. It's kind of hard to see. It's not the greatest video. There he is. Lands, goes down. He goes down. Now, I don't think they replay it from there. They do not, but we'll watch it again in real time. Oh, I just fucked that up for you. I'm so sorry. I don't think I did. Again, we'll watch it again. Lands, goes to move out. Alright. So, let's slow this down. This is going to look real bad, but I'm slowing it down by a quarter speed. Alright, so Aaron Rodgers doing his thing. Rips it. He just rips it. Alright, now we have Jordy Nelson right here. He's going up for the ball. Catches the ball. What a beautiful catch. Look at that height. Look at that height. You could fit a small child under there. Comes down. Look where the foot is placed. The foot is aimed this way. To his outside. To his outside. He wants to go... Well... His foot is placed towards the inside of the field, which is outside, because he wants to turn around and go this way to the sideline. He makes a vital error by keeping his foot on the ground and pushing force from there. He's an athlete. He's just trying to make a football move. These guys are just trying to make football moves. They're athletes, okay? I'm not saying they're dum-dums and they don't know what they're doing. They're just playing the game, right? And they're fucking good at it. Better than you and I will ever be. So anyway, his foot is placed, aimed this way. Like I said, he wants to go this way. If he lifts this leg and pivots off this leg, flips his hips, he doesn't sustain this injury. Simple. What he does do, though, is he keeps his foot down and he pushes off it. There you go. There you go. That was all it took. That's all it takes, guys. He pushed off. He pushed off. Lands. Push. Done. Dunzo. Yeah, he's down. He's down. He's down. And he actually runs off the field. He runs off the field. But anyway, that's all it takes, guys. Like I said. He lands. Bump. His body's going down this way. He wants to put force this way. Alright, I want to stop looking at this shit because this shit sucks. This shit sucks. Please, people, if you're an athlete, or if you know an athlete, please share the information. Please share that information. It's not going to be at the forefront of people's minds but I'm sure these guys are athletes. If they rep it and rep it and rep good foot placement, then these injuries will be mitigated simply through instinct, I guess, what you can call it. Anyway, on to the next part. Let's quickly have a review of the game. Let's pull up the agenda. Oh shit, there it is. NFL Week 9, Thursday Night Football, Jets vs Texans. Now, this is a huge ad, but it doesn't matter. I, just like the rest of the world, and probably only New York and the books, picked Houston Texans. I didn't put a bet on it. I don't bet on the Monday Night Football. I don't bet on the Thursday Night Football. But I do make a recommendation pick. I picked the Texans. Wow, was I wrong? How was everybody wrong? Let's have a look at the box score real quick. So we've got Houston, 0. Jets. Houston winning the first half. Love to see it. Jets taking it at the end of the third quarter. No, wait. Houston's still in the lead. What am I talking about? Houston's still in the lead in the third quarter, and then they just get outscored in the end of the game. 1 touchdown would have done it for them, but they put 2 in. Let's have a look at the stats. CJ Stroud, 11 for 30, 101 yards. Terrible passer rating right there. 0 tuds, 0 ints on the rushing side. They did get some yardage though. 24 carries, 106 yards for Joe Mixon. Oh, this guy got 59. Oh, Stroud picked up 59 off 8 carries. Mixon getting the touchdown. On this side of the ball, we have Aaron Rodgers, 22 for 32, 36 and 31, 32 and 21. Much more balanced offense on this side. But if you're kind of trailing, you have to throw the ball. And you've got Aaron Rodgers, so you have to throw the ball. So you've got 22 out of 32, 211 yards, 3 touchdowns, 118 passer rating. Breece Hall, 15 carries, 74 yards. This guy picked up 18 yards off 1 carry. And Aaron Rodgers lost the yards. How'd we go on sacks? Oh, shit. Stroud got sacked 8 times. He lost 56 yards off 8 sacks. Aaron Rodgers leading 18 yards off 2 sacks. Let's go to the receiving. Tank Dell picked up 6 of his 9 targets. 126 yards. Longest of 50. Nice. Robert Woods picking up 2 of his 3 targets for 44 yards. Darren Schultz also picking up half the grabs for 21 yards. Everybody just dropping the ball though. Don't know if this was good. Like, we'll have a look over at this defense. Tackles. Pass deflected, 2, 1. How much total? 4. There was 4 total passes deflected. And there was a shit ton more dropped catches. Maybe these were inaccurate balls. I don't know. I didn't get to see the game. I was working. Now, on the New York Jets side, we have Devontae Adams catching. This is the issue with Aaron Rodgers. This is the issue that Green Bay had with Aaron Rodgers, at least. He just forces the ball sometimes to certain targets. We have a good percentage on these targets, but still, like, you see that he just like puts his guys in good situations and bets on them to make plays, and they do, and it works, and it's a good style. But still, if you've got a really good defense, there are ways to mitigate this. All right, so we've got Devontae Adams, 7 receptions, from 11 targets, 91 yards, and 1 touchdown. Garrett Wilson with 9 receptions off 10 targets, 90 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He had an amazing grab in the end zone. People are saying OBJ 2.0. It was great. I have to look at the feet and the down situation, but I guess they called it a touchdown. But yeah, no, that's it was pretty sick. It's pretty sick play. I don't know if this is gonna play it or if it's played it. Okay, we've got an ad. In the meantime, let's get down to here. 2 fumbles, 1 lost. 2 fumbles, 1 lost. 4 passes deflected, 2 sacks, 8 sacks. Kicking, punt returns. Did it play a big game? They did get 106 yards, but the longest was 31. So they just had a good return session on the kick returns. No punt returns. Nobody returned shit on this side. They were all maybe touchbacks. Houston kicking. Oh, shoot. That sucks for them. Kevin Fairbairn is usually a gun. The longest was 54. I don't know what the longest attempted was. And then on this side, he only had to hit extra points. They didn't give him a chance to kick a field goal. We can check out the play-by-play, but we all want to see if this ad is finished playing. This is it. If you look down here, boom. Oh my god. Boom. Pretty wild stuff. I just screwed it up for you, but that's cool. Let's look at the play-by-play. Actually, before that, let's go to the stats. The play-by-play is a better rendition of what actually happened in the game, and we like to predict that through the stats. At least see what's interesting out of the stats. All right, so for the team that lost the game, they had more first downs, 21-17. Much more first downs here. This is going to happen when you're in the lead. And obviously they kind of just ran the ball a bit better. Look at this, 106 yards to the 74. Obviously more carries. Third down efficiency, this is better than this, but they're still not great. They're under 50%. Nobody giving up the ball on fourth down. You know we love to see that on the channel. Total plays 75, 55. Total yards, they won the yardage game by about 30 yards. Total drives 10 for 10. Better efficiency over here, obviously. Then what do we've got? Passing yardage, more passing yardage. A lot of drop balls, like we said. Only 4 passes defended on either side. Heaps of lost yards in sacks. Like, you know, this kind of evens this up. You don't take 56 sack yards, you probably get more passes off. Okay, on the rushing side of the ball, 187 on the Texans side. Very dominant on the ground. Some of it came from CJ Stroud. 36 rush attempts. So you know this is going to happen. And then, yeah, cool beans. Just a little bit more yards per rush. In the red zone, these guys went 1 for 4. These guys went 2 for 3. Much better efficiency here. I guess they dropped one. I guess this one's not counted as a red zone. It's probably the alumni section, as they say. Turnovers 1 for 1. Nobody won or lost the turnover battle. It was even. And these guys had the ball more. So this is what I like to look at. So these guys had the ball more. They got much more rushing yardage. They rushed the ball more. They threw the ball just about the same. Just didn't have enough connections. And they lost a shit ton of yards on sacks, right? They didn't lose. It was a draw on the turnover battle. You see this, you see this, you think this team wins. You look at the score, oh shit. That's football. Let's go to the play-by-play. Okay, so we've got 6 plays and a punt, 3 and out, 8 plays and a fumble, 4 plays and a punt, 4 plays and a punt, 6 plays and a fumble, 3 plays and a punt, 3 plays and a punt. So that was probably the first. That was the first quarter. It was a shitter, probably. And then Texans scored a touchdown on 14 plays, 4 and a punt, 7 and a missed field goal, 3 and a punt. Probably just knelt it out there. -1 yard. All right. Jets get the ball. 11 plays and a touchdown, 9 plays and a field goal, 12 plays and a touchdown, 12 plays and a missed field goal, touchdown out of 8 plays, 15 play field goal, and then they kneel it down to end the game. If he scores these 2 more field goals, it is 19-21. It probably gives them a bit more urgency here, since they probably feel like they have a chance. Yeah, that's a tough one. I guess we were all wrong this time, and that's cool. It's actually fun when that happens. Anyway, guys, I'm not gonna waffle on. I did start the show late. This is a quick one. Just really wanted to get across that you shouldn't be fucking up your ACLs like that. All right. Watch it back. Review it. I might clip it. Anyway, have a great night. This was the Short Show. I will catch you guys tomorrow with the bet.